What will happen after Trump leaves office? Will things get worse out there, or will they get better? Will there be more protests or less protests? Will there be more riots, or will there be more peace? Let's talk about it. So I truly believe that Trump is going to be the last, if you want to call him this, divisive candidate that we will have for a long time. Just because he is such a controversial figure. He came along at a time like 2015, 2016, where we're at the height of wokeism and political correctness, where you weren't supposed to say certain things, and he was out there saying them, right? He is like, what was he saying back then? He was like, we're going to build a wall. We're going to make Mexico pay for it. We're going to get the drug dealers. I mean, he was just saying a bunch of stuff about illegal immigrants and all this. And, you know, a lot of people took offense to it, especially the mainstream. I mean, and really, the mainstream took offense to him, not because they were angry about what he was saying. And it's racist, even though they said, it's like racist and all that. That's why we're so upset. No, what they were really upset about was the fact that there's a candidate here that they can't control. Okay? Understand this. Even to this day, the reason why the mainstream hates Trump, the establishment, the deep state, Hollywood, all these people, Robert De Niro, you name it, Ashley Judd, who I used to have a major crush on, not anymore, why they all hate Trump, not because he says these things, but because they cannot control him. I don't know what's going on with them lately. It's a topic for a different story. But they cannot control him. I don't want to turn this into a Trump video. This is more or less answering the question of what the world is going to be like after Trump. And I truly believe that once he leaves office, things are going to simmer down politically. We're all going to be able to just finally just take a deep breath and just relax for a little bit. There's no more divisive candidates in queue, right? Trump was the last one. And even when he didn't win the last election and Biden won, well, we know what happened. Biden got placed in office. Trump was in queue, right, to get his second term. He was still trying to get back to the presidency. And so there was still a whole lot of friction between left and right, a lot of divisiveness. So I truly believe once Trump leaves office, that divisiveness is going to simmer down between the left and the right. There's not going to be this like super craziness going on where people are attacking each other and scratching up each other's Teslas and, you know, doing stuff like that, unfriending each other on Facebook. I don't think a whole lot of that is going to be going on. I really believe there's going to be much less protests, much less riots in the world. Not a lot of this stuff is going to be going on anymore because the next president is just going to be a little less like Trump, put it that way, or less like an Obama, somebody like that, where these two figures, I feel like, really divided the nation. They really, really divided the nation. Diplomatic, that was the word I was looking for. The next president, who will likely be J.D. Vance, because I don't see anybody on the Democrat side coming along. They're really sinking deep right now, and they deserve to, with all of the crazy nonsense and crazy policies and absurd ideologies they've been pushing since they've been in power and whenever they've gotten power. They've really, really become the party of criminals, illegals, high taxes. I mean, every bad thing you can think about. It's like, okay, why would I want to vote for them? I mean, most people see them as hating America. Most people see them as loving socialism and communism. This is why Trump won overwhelmingly. I'm saying this as somebody who is in the middle. He won the White House. He won the popular vote. He won the Electoral College. He won the Senate. He won the House. I mean, how much more of a stomping can you possibly get to realize like your party is in shambles? We need to switch things up. We need to do things differently. And instead of doing things any differently, they just double down. This is why I say like the left has become a woman at this point. They're like, their mindset is completely feminine, completely solipsistic, all self-centered. It's all about them. They can't see anybody else's point of view but their own. It's weird. They're just living in this very strange echo chamber that most normal people, even moderate Democrats, cannot get on board with. So yeah, their party is in shambles right now. However, the next president, I'm assuming, is just going to be J.D. Vance. I mean, if we're to check the poly market odds, I'm sure he's at the top of the list, right? Him and then Marco Rubio's like a second. I don't see him becoming president though before JD Vance. Maybe someday, but not now. So yeah, I see JD Vance probably becoming the next president. I don't know if I really trust that dude, to be honest, because he's kind of flip-flopped. I don't like people who flip-flop, by the way, on their ideas or whatever. He's flip-flopped a bit. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that inconsistency. I like people who are saying the same things they did 30 years ago are still saying the same things now, right? Some people are like, oh, well, he grew and all this. It's like, I get that, but it's not like he was 10 years old 10 years ago. I mean, he was already a grown man. He was already in politics. He has his ideas. How could those change so drastically just the last few years? That doesn't make sense to me. But regardless, it looks like he's going to become the next president. And you know what? It's not going to be bad. I still believe like he's kind of like controlled opposition. However, I feel like things will definitely calm down and people won't be as riled up, at least when it comes to politics. I think we'll be getting along better. And politics is just not going to be as entertaining as it has been over the last 10 or 15 years. It's definitely not going to be as entertaining. A figure like Trump only comes along like once in 100 years or so. I mean, so yeah, I don't think we're going to get anybody like this for a long time. Yeah, when it comes to a lot of these podcasters, because of the amount of views a lot of these guys are able to garner, maybe one of these guys can end up becoming president, especially if they know what they're talking about and people they start a movement, because it seems like these days, which I like, is you need to have more of a movement behind you. So I really believe the days of, just injecting candidates into the White House, probably like Biden's going to be the last one to like literally inject him into the White House and just manipulate the public with Hollywood and all the mainstream media and all the anti-Trump stuff. I don't think that stuff is going to work moving forward. I think that was the last hurrah for the left to pull something off like that. I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off again, because again, the left cannot win elections without Hollywood, without billions of dollars from donors, gaming the system, sort of. I hate to say it, but they are. I mean, Kamala, right? She was paying celebrities to come and get on their platforms and tell people to vote for her. She was paying them millions of dollars. I didn't really see anybody on the right do that, right? Trump didn't do that. He went on Rogan. He went on all these podcasts. Even Rogan said he was shocked that Trump came on there. And I think they asked him, like, is there anything you don't want to talk about? He said, no, I'll talk about anything, right? Whereas Kamala was setting up all of these boundaries, like, you can't ask me this, you can't ask me that. If you ask me this, I'm going to walk. Oh, and if you ask me this, it's going to have to be deleted. You're going to have to sign a contract. And oh, the interview can only be 20 minutes. It's like, what? 20 minutes? What do you, and she did that with Bret Baier. So she was not able to get away with it. Whereas like before, like Biden, he was able to get away with stuff like that. He would have been able to easily get away with that. Whereas like when she tried it, it didn't work. The public was onto it. They're like, no, if you're not going to be a genuine candidate, then we do not want you as our president. And the reason why they picked Trump, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So that old guy just came along. It was like, this, that was very sweet. He's like 90 or 95 and he stopped by my car. He looks at it. And I was like, thank you. I feel so blessed to have this car, by the way. I mean, the reactions I get from people, like 98, 99% are positive. It feels good. It feels good. They tried to inject Kamala in there and it didn't work. And I don't see this like little scheme that the left pulls all the time where they try to like buy celebrities and buy media and buy advertising and use their billions of dollars from their donors to win elections. Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that anymore, because now it's about movements, right? Thanks to YouTube and thanks to podcasting, you're going to need these podcasters behind you. And these podcasters are not going to lie for you, right? I mean, on the left, some of them will like that Call Her Daddy podcast. They're just feminists. I mean, nobody's listening to them. Obviously, it didn't work. But people want to hear the truth. And these podcasters, at least the ones who are successful, they don't want to risk losing their platform and lying for their candidate if you're not going to be honest. If you go on there as a candidate, you better get ready to get pressed, because you're going to have to be honest. I believe things are really going to calm down, but also like we're going to get candidates who are not going to be able to go on this campaign trail and just be like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to lower your taxes, we're going to raise your taxes, whatever, we're going to tax the rich, blah, blah, and then they never do it. Nobody holds their feet to the fire. That's not going to happen moving forward. I believe people are going to be holding these candidates' feet to the fire moving forward, that, hey, if you don't produce, we're going to call you out. And we're slowly going to get back to a place of normalcy and more genuine candidates, not injected, to the point where you don't really need billions to win, because you're not going to need media advertising anymore, or CNN or Fox News to win. You're going to need these podcasters. You're going to need them with their millions of followers to back you. And the way you get them to back you is to go on there and be honest. You can't lie. And if you like make all these promises and you don't come through with them, guess what? You're a one-term president. Simple as that. Simple as that. But as always, gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up here. It's getting a little cold. This is M from Alpha Male Secrets signing out. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button below. And if you're feeling extra generous, as Sean Ryan would say, jump into my premium Alpha Male Secrets program below. Right now, it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male Secrets lessons from me. So take advantage of it. Best way to support my work. And I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.